Good morning, everyone. This is Ariel Molzoff. I am filming from 55 Water in Manhattan at my office at Hope for the Warriors. So this is going to be like the 5th time I've filmed this video. Hopefully I have now figured out what needs to get taken out of the video because it was very long. So I'm going to keep it to 5 minutes, short and sweet. I wanted to take the opportunity today to talk about my plans for the future. We're talking 1-year plan and a 5 to 10-year plan. Because I really enjoy when you guys talk about what's come up in this placement and how it has shown you how you need to tweak what you thought were your plans for the future. And I have learned a lot at this placement. So my immediate goals are, I really want this placement to turn into a full-time job. And there's a lot of ambiguity about whether that's going to happen for many reasons. At the organization level, last year they didn't get as many donations as they had projected, so there has been a hiring freeze in 2018, which should be lifted coming December. There's now talk about what positions they will fill, what positions they will create, and I really don't know how that conversation is going in the clinical health part of the organization. Then at a more local level, I'm sure you guys have followed along the saga of my supervisor. First he moves to Boston and then leaves this area of New York fallow. What they did was they expanded his region. He was the regional social worker. They just expanded it to contain Boston as well to accommodate his move because they wanted to keep him in the organization. You know, great. That's wonderful. However, he cannot cover this entire area from Boston. So he is advocating that his regional social work position be split into 2 different regions. One would be the New England area, and he would take that over in Boston, and then one would be the area that he left down here, New York metropolitan area. So Manhattan, upstate New York, New Jersey, Long Island. And then he would be, you know, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, parts of New Hampshire, New England, and maybe up to Maine. We'll see. There, obviously, no decisions have been made, or else this video would be a little different. But then, second part of the saga, he was mobilized. He's a Marine reservist, and he's going active duty for the next year. Now, there's a lot of federal law surrounding what you can and cannot do with someone's position when they are called to active duty. You must leave it vacant for them, so that in a year, when he's done, he comes right back into the position. So, right now, no one really knows what's happening with the regional social work role in this area. I may not know whether it is going to be vacant until the last possible second. They may keep me on as a contractor, which is what I've heard that they want to do, until they decide what they're going to do with the position. Right now, I know nothing. So I'm just kind of putting my head down and getting through the next 8 weeks. That's my short-term goal. Because I really want that regional position. I want it. I don't want to be a contractor. I want to have the responsibility of going out into the community and forming stronger networks for our post-9/11 community. I mean, there's no way around it. And I've told them point blank that I want it. So I might not know until the end, or it just might not happen. I'm really not sure what's going to happen. So I'm trying to think more long-term. I've been talking to Joe, about my supervisor, about whether or not I'm going to go for my clinical hours. I started this program thinking that I was going to be a clinician, and somewhere along the lines in this placement, I realized that while my talents lend themselves to that kind of work, it's not actually what I enjoy most about being a social worker. And I don't think long-term for me I'm going to do one-on-one work with clients. I don't think that's in my future. I do think I will still go for my clinical hours just because I can grow a lot in that sphere. And I do want the freedom that having my C will allow me in New York. So I do think I'm going to go that route. Joe has actually put me in contact with his clinical supervisor, a fantastic woman out of Rockland County, New York. So I haven't yet to contact her, but hopefully I have a clinical supervisor already. But I think in the end, my 5-year goal is I want to do more macro and meso work. I want to work with building networks for the post 9/11 community. And maybe, just maybe, I'm just now starting to think about it, maybe, sorry, got a notification, whoops, founding my own nonprofit. I'm not sure what that would look like yet. I haven't found what the niche would be, but it's just a thought that I've been thinking about. So what are your plans for the future? Tell me, I'd love to hear. Bye.